Hello, and welcome back to episode 5, part 2. We just left off as the party were discussing how they were planning to approach the main camp. They had heard that there were roughly 100 or so members of the Order stationed in this camp between Narrow Box Canyon. And the party are now deciding what they want to do. I believe you have just taken the robes of the cultists. And Mira,
Yes.
you're wearing the one with the claw mark on it?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
She is.
Okay.
I'm responding for her, but I appreciate.
Oh, can't you hear me? Oh no.
No.
We can now. No, we can hear you now.
Oh. Sorry.
In that case, what would you guys like to do?
Should one of us scout? There's no real need to scout ahead because we should make it look like we've been here. So we just walk nice and casually back towards the camp.
Draw attention to ourselves, though.
Can we stealthily approach, or would it be like a performance check to?
We could wait like an hour, and then return to make it look like we're the rear guard,
That's a good idea.
and we can get a short rest as
break.
well.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah,
I think we'll do that.
You wanna-
We'll wait and
chill out in the
Oh.
tents.
what was that? Sorry.
You want to hide the bodies and chill out in the tents here where we are then?
Yeah, we'll hide the bodies in the tents. That sounds like a very good. Yeah, that sounds like a very good idea. Wiltix. We'll hide the tents in the bodies in the tents. Got a bit jumbled up there.
Perfect. We'll start dragging the bodies across then.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, the only one that's a bit hard to deal with is the one that got crushed by the boulder. What are your plans for dealing with that?
Did it roll
Till
down the
it's
hill?
destroyed.
The boulder rolled down the hill for a bit, yeah.
Roll him up like a roll up and
Oh wow. Okay. I was just gonna disintegrate it with firebolt a bit,
Yeah,
that's
I
more
could
fun.
do that too.
but no, that's less fun than rolling it up like
Like a roll up.
a roll up.
That's disgusting. So disgusting.
This guy has a
Okay,
guy
it's
that
gone.
cuts in half.
Oh, it's gone. There's no more left. It's gone.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
I'll
Okay.
roll some hit dice.
So, how would you guys like to do this?
Well, Mira's gonna annihilate the mess that she made, and then I'm gonna go around and start collecting all the bodies and putting them in tents.
I'll help you.
And the other ones on the side of the bluff, it's too far to drag, so I'll probably just sort of hide them in the forest, in the tree line, and just put branches on them and stuff, and foliage.
What was it? Sorry, just run that last little bit behind me again.
I said because on the bluff there was one or two bodies over there, so it's pretty too far to drag them to the tents because So I'm gonna just sort of put them in the tree line and put branches and foliage over them to make them meld into it.
Yeah, really nicely done. Fantastic. Do you want to make me? No, look. Do you know what? Your plan's really good. I don't think you need to make any checks. I think that's good enough. If you do that, they're pretty well hidden from view. If anyone was to walk through this place without really looking, they're not going to notice any of this problem. Now, Mira, you disintegrated the body of the fruit roll-up.
Fruit roll up.
Roll up.
Mira, hey, how you doing there? You doing good?
It's sickening, but it's fine. I'd also do like dust over the top of it so it doesn't look like there's any scorch marks or anything.
Have you got like any air freshener? That bloody fucking stinks.
I can do a little bit of, and she'll cast frostbite as well on it so that it kind of freezes the odors and
I
the
guess it's a bit
particulates. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, and then did you guys want to take a short rest?
Yes.
And it makes sense as well because then we can come back. But
Yeah, absolutely. I think
Just wait until they arrive, yeah.
absolutely.
gotta-
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Or are we going to go up? Are we
I
going to
think we
go
go
after
up
it?
after an hour.
Sounds good. Sounds even better.
All right, so we'll do a short rest.
Beautiful. I love it. Feel free to roll some hit dice, guys.
Man, I needed hit dice.
7.
3. 6.
And D8.
Let's do one more hit dice. That's better. What's that?
D10s.
5.
That'd be
Plus
be
Nice.
nice.
3.
6 points. Very
8.
nice.
Oh, thank God I'm up to full HP.
Really there,
I
that'll
think
do.
your Wiltix, you go back to your normal form, don't you, as a result
Yes.
of that?
I will.
Alrighty. Yeah,
But
that's
you
all
can
good.
use it again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after-
exactly.
So I'm no longer as hairy. I've had my nap and my afternoon shave.
Yeah, and you're back to your normal gnome-like form. Cool. Alrighty,
Very
did
nice.
anyone else want to do anything?
No, probably just sort of do some general cleaning, get rid of the blood off my arm.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, well, in that case, we will carry on. So, I believe Wiltix was going to be leading the way. So, Wiltix, you lead on, taking the group further as you are able to follow the scent quite easily, which leads you heading through this rocky, mountainous terrain that very, very quickly becomes quite hard to navigate. But you are able to lead the party very successfully through this area. Alrighty. So, I'll just quickly pull open and describe what you see. Okay. Yeah, so the pathway leads through a series of rocky chasms and corridors that very quickly would be very easy to lose yourself in. After you travel for... So how long was your rest? Was about an hour, right?
Yeah, we tried to time it.
Yeah,
Because
that was really well done.
Yeah.
No, that was really, really clever. Yeah, so as you travel along, you find that the lower portion of the plateau that you're slowly climbing seems to curve around and warp, and it steepens and rises this sort of like higher portion rising above you. It looks to be roughly sort of 100 to 150 feet high above you, but the pathway that you're following actually leads you around the side of this plateau and around the side of the base of a cliff, and you see, as you come around a corner, you see roughly, I'd say probably 120, 130 feet in front of you, a small palisade wall has been set up across the entrance of this canyon, this area inside that's been set up as a camp. And there are a couple of guards manning two very hastily built guard towers that cross the entrance of the entranceway. And you can see there are a couple of figures on top of the towers looking out and keeping watch. You're all wearing your robes, I gather?
Yep.
Yes.
Beautiful, yeah. So you seem to be, as far as you can tell, fairly well disguised. And you carry on up. Now, what would you guys like to do at this point?
Shall we just walk in? I don't think we should approach anyone too senior, but we
Definitely
should
not
be
anyone
able to
senior. But they might ask us for we might have to say that we're reporting back as the rear guard.
Yeah.
Maybe someone could distract the guard with that story while we bring the prisoner, if we can find them.
Well, I think first things first. I think we're going to get into the camp and then just sort of walk around and try and get our bearings, get a bit of a scope.
Yeah, give it a layout of the lay of the land.
And we need to pinpoint where the prisoner is.
Make this a bit urgent. Urgency makes people less cautious. I could also
make it
set
look-
a fire.
I think
Or-
try and look inconspicuous.
Yeah, make it look like we're on a we have something to do, but we're not running to do it. We're just on a mission. People will notice things less when that happens.
Yeah, so make it look like you're actually doing stuff, like
Yeah.
maybe carting around goods or something in the camp.
Oh, I see.
I like it. I like it a lot.
But I guess we'll approach the guards first and see if they say
Yeah.
anything.
All right.
Mira clearly has to walk at the front. We'll follow
Lead the
behind.
way.
Okay. Yeah, really nicely done. You
I'll
guys
take
definitely,
Fangirl with me.
you guys definitely made a good decision waiting before you headed on through and pretending to be the rear guard. That's very well done. Okay, yeah. So as you guys approach, you can see that there is quite a bit of activity around the front gate. The gate is currently open and there are people coming and going. Up on top of the guard towers, you can see that each one is manned by 2 kobolds and another one of these cultists dressed in the robes that you now wear. Yeah, it looks like there's pretty well guarded, but people are coming and going. A number of cultists and bandits moving through the area, traveling to and from the gate. It looks like it's pretty confused, just judging by the way people are moving around. They're asking questions, and there's no real direction to where people should be going at this point. And a lot of people are having a bit of trouble sort of seeing where they should be. As you approach the gate, no one challenges you. You sort of walk up to the gate. A few people look at you, nod, see that you're wearing the robes, and don't really make any comment. As you pass through the gate, one of the guards at the gate, this quickly roll. Yeah, this small halfling man, dressed in quite ill-fitting robes, looks up at you and goes, "Oh, hello there. We're expecting the rear guard. Is that you lot?"
Aye, that would be us there, lad.
Great. Okay, fantastic. No trouble coming back?
No, none at all.
Do you know where the rest of your group are? I think there were a couple more of you weren't there. Didn't we leave
We saw them having lunch on the way.
Yeah, they decided to have a bit of lunch. They'll be coming in a bit of time.
What? But you sent them back here, or where'd they go?
Oh, they're coming back here. We've just come ahead so we can let you guys know that we've waited our hour and we're back here.
Okay, right. Very very nice. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what he says to you. Doesn't seem to be too interested in saying anything else to you at this point. He just sort of looks and smiles and gets a little bit awkward as he sort of.
I'll nod my head and I'll start walking into the camp.
Yeah, as you walk in, you can see that there are very few other people inside the camp wearing the robes and the regalia. It's mostly the people on the gates. And as you walk in, you do start to get a few people looking over curiously as you sort of walk in wearing these robes.
So what's everyone else wearing then? Are they just
leathers, armors, common clothes. It's mostly at the gate they're all wearing this regalia, and then as soon as they're inside, it's very odd. People don't seem to be wearing the uniform anymore.
I'll
Turn
look
back
at
to
everyone.
the halfling. Can I turn back to the halfling and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
say,
absolutely.
where should we go to report in and get changed?
Oh, well, it depends. Are you with one of the main groups, or are you one of the mercenaries who's been brought in?
Definitely think we're with the mercenaries there, friend.
Right. Okay. Well, if you head to the main gate, Mondath will pay you for your help, and maybe discuss if there's any future plans or anything else that you plan to do with them.
Perfect. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, no problem. It's just the big tent. If you head through that way, take a left when you get around the corner, then another right, and you'll be there.
Awesome. Thanks, there, little friend. Well, see you again.
All right. Praise to you, Matt. Cool. Can I
There's
have?
nothing.
Can I have? Probably Claire was talking to the halfling the most. Claire or Emeric? I'll let you two choose. Can one of you please make me a charisma check? It's your choice whether you want to go persuasion, deception, or just a flat charisma. I'll let you guys pick. And the other one can help, so you have advantage on this.
You can do it, Claire.
Yeah.
I'll help you. We're sort of tackling it together, so.
So this is a persuasion
15, yeah.
and 19.
Well, there you go.
19's good. Yeah, just smiles, gives you guys a little wave. Praise to you, Matt. As you guys,
Bubbly for a cultist of a dragon queen.
he's still a halfling.
That's true.
Alrighty, perfect. You guys walk on through. Doesn't seem like there's anyone really paying much attention to you as you enter. What are you doing with the robes that you're wearing right now? Do you want to keep them on, or are you going to disrobe?
Would it be? Is there anywhere where we can like conveniently remove them?
If you have a bit of a look around, do you want to make me a perception check? But this won't be a hard DC to spot.
Oh,
Well, I imagine
that's right.
You guys are. What was that? Sorry, Emeric.
I was just saying, I would have just put the robe over my armor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll
They're
probably
pretty
We
just
all
sort of-
did. I would imagine we all did. But
Yeah,
I just
I'm
think it looks
walking
suspicious
into-
if we just whipped it off.
Fair enough.
Thought we were going to go to the Merc's tent. Maybe.
All right, come on, guys, let's go to the Merc's tent. We might be able to pick up some coin.
Well, that's true. Or a job. On the side. Side hustle.
Come on, guys. Mercenarying is all about. I know much up until this point.
Fantastic.
Lead.
Okay.
So I walk in there. Now Emeric would obviously know what it's like to be a mercenary. Not me so much as a player. So how would Emeric operate as a mercenary? Because that's been his whole life. Would he just sort of waltz in, Owen, and just like, yeah, I don't really know how to approach like a mercenary thing.
I would say that you know pretty clearly that mercenaries are a pretty gregarious lot. They're very loud. They're very. It depends what company you're with, of course. But your experience with the company was very loud, very boisterous. Would take any job if the money was good, and often would report to one or two people who would deal with them directly and then distribute funds through them. So this seems to be a very similar setup where there's someone you've been given a contact. In this case, they said Frulam Mondath. And the mercenaries would generally be working directly with that person, unless they've been incorporated into the cult. If they're still separate, they'll be in their own little separate area.
So I'll pull everyone aside because they would hide us and know our name and everything, right? And they'll have that recorded.
What was that? Sorry.
They would have our name, our mercenary company name and everything recorded, right? And we're working with them.
Maybe. You're not sure the level of organization with this group. I would say that it's a fair estimate that these are a pretty organized bunch.
Right.
But at the moment, because it's a bit of chaos coming back, there's people moving carts around, there seems to be lots of looted goods that they're still trying to distribute. You can see there are people moving all throughout this area. The campsite is large. There are tents scattered around, larger tents, smaller tents, carts being pulled by donkeys, horses, people. Guard drakes are being used to help pull carts as well. Some of the lizards, the giant lizards. There are kobolds running around underfoot, getting in the way. People are occasionally kicking them. There are a mix of humans, hill dwarves, one or two mountain dwarves thrown in. Maybe a couple of Dragonborn, I would say, chromatic Dragonborn, so red, white, black, blue, green. You'd see, humans, half-elves, halflings, maybe a number of one or two gnomes would be moving around camp working on sort of various tinkering jobs. You'd see, that's the general camp that you can see. There'd be one or two Goliaths, maybe a tabaxi or two scattered about.
Yeah.
Pretty versatile and diverse group of people working for this cult. And at this point, it's very hard to distinguish mercenaries from cultists, because without the robes on and without the various markings, everyone looks to be the same. Maybe the best way to pick out the mercenaries is by their manner and by their weapon. Mercenaries tend to dress colourfully or dress in quite expansive armour and things like that, and tend to wield personal weapons that they might have carved names into, or maybe they have their own banner that they walk underneath, so they might have their own symbol that's separate to the dragon head that you've noticed.
Does Emeric recognize any of those companies?
Oh yeah, make me a perception or history check.
All right, we'll go perception. Actually, no, it'd be history. My perception is better, but I think history just makes more sense.
History makes more sense.
Because he's recollecting
Yeah.
flags and stuff. Wow. Okay.
17. Yeah, there are 2 or 3 banners that you actually recognize. One of them is the Red Suns. which are a group of mercenaries who they fly under the banner of this blood red sun. They are known for taking jobs involving violence, they're a very bloodthirsty group. They, one of their claims, one of their boasts as a group is that they leave no witnesses, and they leave no sign of their passing. Just the blood left behind. They're pretty ruthless and merciless, and that's the Red Suns. There would be the Green Heart, which they have a deer's head emblem on a green background. Generally, they are scouts, a group who mainly operate in the wilderness. They tend to go out to really remote wilderness areas and do retrievals, exploration jobs. They tend not to be too involved with anything direct head-on confrontations. They're more exploration and things like that and scouting. And then there's another group that you don't recognize. You don't recognize the symbol of, and the symbol is this 6 octopus tentacles curled around an orb in the center, on a deep midnight blue background with stars in the distance.
Cool.
And they're all over by this large main tent. Most of them sort of moving around, drinking, eating, maybe wrestling as well. Couple of orcs.
I'll stroll in the tent. If everyone wants to follow, they're more than welcome.
Stroll in that direction.
Are we taking off our robes?
Well, I thought we were going to take them off in there.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty.
After you.
Alright,
you
so
guys... Yeah, sorry.
yeah, I'll walk into the mercenary tent then.
Alrighty. As you walk towards the mercenary tent, you can see a number of the mercenaries and adventurers just lounging around. As you guys walk through, there's a few curious looks as you're wearing these robes, and as you push inside the tent, you hear someone call out like, "Huh, who are those nerds still wearing the get-up?" As you walk in through the door. Perfect. So you step inside the tent. You can see that this large tent is a mess. There are barrels of ale and mead spilled across the floor. Raucous laughter. This looks like a makeshift tavern for the adventurers to keep them, and the mercenaries to keep them busy in between missions. And you can see that there are a number of people sort of lounging around. At the center, at the far end, is a scribe-like individual. So basically a large rimmed glasses, horn-rimmed glasses, very long, slender frame, a very androgynous form, sort of mixture of male and female features on this elf, wood elf at the far end, who is surrounded in this bubble of complete order, papers stacked neatly, chests up against the back wall, and then 5 feet away in all directions is just chaos as people move around. As soon as they start to approach or get a little bit too close, there's a polite copper, and immediately they back away and leave space for this very androgynous form.
Mira brightens immediately. She's like,
So as I'll walk in, I'll derobe in the tavern, and I'll, for now.
Perfect, yeah.
Does everyone else derobe as well?
Yeah, I take it off, shove it in my bag.
Alright, so then I'll stroll up, and I'll make a beeline for this orderly woman.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, follow me. Come on, let's go. And I'll walk up to her. Hi there. How you going, love? Is this where we can collect some coin for our mercenary works?
How close do you walk up, just out of interest?
I mean, like, I'll probably get to, like, within talking distance.
Yeah. Are you going to enter this clear bubble of order, is what I wanted to know.
I'll be on the outskirts of it for now, and I'll...
Alrighty. Yeah.
So I can see the bubble, and I'll sort of peer at it from... or into it.
Yeah, I should specify it's not a literal
bubble.
Not
an actual bubble.
Yeah, cool. Just checking. Yeah, I mean, but in D&D, you never know. As you stand on the outside, speak up. The head turns and tilts, and you see these very rich lavender-colored eyes lock onto you. The left hand continues to write while this androgynous form looks to you and goes, "Very well, and what might your name be?"
Lovely to meet you there. I'm Emeric. Lovely to meet you.
And which company are you with?
We roll with the Red Suns. And we're just wondering if we can get our share now.
A troubled look crosses her eyes as you say this. And goes, "The Red Suns, very well. I believe you're entitled to 6 gold apiece for your participation in the events at Green Nest. But you do know that we will be distributing through your leader, of course."
Fine. I guess we'll go through him then. I didn't really want to though.
Oh, it is your right to claim it now if you wish, but we are going to be distributing the rest through your leader. Don't need to complain.
I'd love to get the 6 gold right now. I've got ales to drink and such like that.
Yes, I understand that is why it has been made available to you. Here you are. Your companions there standing in the corner, are they in the same? Would they like this as well?
Yeah, we're gonna get rowdy. Have a bit of fun, you know what I mean?
I'm sure I don't. And she begins counting out with all of you, so 18, 24 gold.
Perfect. Thank you very much for that. Pleasure doing business with you guys.
Mira will come up, overhearing this, and say, we were told that we were meant to be guarding a prisoner as our next assignment. Can you tell us where we have to go for that, please?
Oh, I'm not sure. Most of the prisoners, depends, some of them are being used for manual labor. Some of them are being kept at the back of the camp in the area.
Apparently he's quite important. He's some sort of monk.
I know nothing about this. My job is to manage the mercenaries. Prisoner interrogation and things like that are not my responsibility.
Oh, who do we report to then?
Who ordered you to look into this? I would say that person you should report to.
Maybe we should go to the prison where they're being kept and see if we're needed there to relieve the guard or something.
If you head through to the back of the camp, I believe that some of them are being kept there, but if they've been taken out on manual labor, there's no telling where they have been taken.
Well, we'll try to. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
I love your filing network, by the way. It's beautiful.
Thank you. It is quite an effort to make sure that these people do not damage my work. Interrupt.
Look, I don't really know why we keep her around. As I grab her by the scruff of her neck.
No,
by the scruff of her collar. We're a ragtag bunch. We love our violence.
But look at the ball points. Look at the ball points. No.
Leave them alone, you bloody bookworm.
It's a shame. I was going to show you my alphabetical sorting system, but maybe another time.
And as she hears this as well, I'm dragging you across.
Okay.
It's happened. You can try. You can definitely fight me and try and go and check out her ball points.
Yeah, she will.
Strength. As you start sort of fidgeting and moving around, oi, what are you bloody doing?
Oh, sorry. Maybe another time. Thank you.
As you guys are walking through this area, I think it might be time to give you a handout. What do you reckon?
I reckon. I'll say to Mira though, Mira, you realise that the Red Suns are a violent group. They don't fucking worry about ballpoint pens and such.
No, I didn't. Sorry, Emeric. It's all laid out.
When I think about it, I didn't even say anything to you guys. I just strolled in, and we were Red Suns.
She would have no idea. Oh, here we go.
Alrighty, so as you can see, the entrance that you've come into is in the north west area. You guys are currently in that collection of tents near the area marked level 1. It's quite a large canyon that carries through to the back here, and you can see that there's a guard tower erected above on that area marked level 3. And more tents seem to be collected at the back there.
Oh, by the way, as everyone meets up again, I'll give everyone 6 gold.
Yeah,
And
you each get
very
6
nice.
gold.
Everyone.
Perfect. So the tents and huts that you can see are made from what look like wood or bone poles that have been covered in hide, mud, and thatch. So they're very sort of roughly made, but it looks like they're semi-permanent.
Does it look like these guys are, part of the cult, or are they mainly mercs? Like,
The group
is
that
there
you're with
religious
currently-
practices, or
The group you're with currently now, the ones in the tent, look to be mostly mercenaries. The Red Suns, the Green Heart, and then this other group you don't recognize. They seem to be mostly mercenary companies who've been paid to join in with the current raids. The area in now is mostly mercenaries, but as you look, you can see that there's an area for mostly kobolds. There are a lot of kobolds running around. The kobold tents are very crudely built. They've got animal skulls decorating them. The area marked level 2, you can see that tends to be more of the cultists. These tents are much sturdier, cleaner. Some of them have painted designs resembling dragons on them. That's towards the back of the area. The ones in front are for mercenaries and kobolds, those who aren't sort of fully trusted, and the Order want them to be cut down first if this place was to be ambushed.
shall we
Alright.
make our way
Alright,
back
what,
to check out do a bit of scouting?
Let's have a wander through the camp and see what we can find.
Alrighty. As you guys wander through the camp, which way are you headed?
They said that we needed to go to the back, so like over here? Oh, I can't do it. Like level 3 or 4? 2?
Yeah, you guys can head in that direction. Absolutely. Did you
think
want
that's
to
what they
talk
said.
to? Yeah, that is what she said. Did you want to talk to any of the people on the way past? You can see there are a number of cultists. There are a number of mercenaries. There are a number of kobolds. Did you want to interact with anyone, or just head straight there? Just want to know what you guys are up to.
I don't think I'd particularly want to interact with anyone. I'd just be trying to see if I can sniff out Aasimar and a friend and try and head towards the that direction where I think he's been.
I'm just assessing the strength of the camp. Like, are these all fighters? Do they look like, are there, like, what are the levels? Can we see what, the hierarchy of the cult's breakup is just from as we're walking through, and try and just...
Yeah. You can make a perception or an insight check. Perception for like physical things, insight for body language and inferences and things like that.
I'll try a perception check. Well, 11.
11. Most people wield weapons, scimitars, short swords, hand crossbows, things like that. Not too many insane weapons. There are a number of cultists who look to be particularly proficient in magic, dressed in scholarly robes. Some of them have clearly like wizards' books and things like that. One or two alchemists. You can see, a general mix of quite proficient in combat, quite proficient in magic, not so proficient in combat, not so proficient in magic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what you see. Alrighty, as you guys head through.
Oh, sorry.
No, go, please.
Supplies, in terms of supplies, and
Yeah, so all of the loot that has been taken from Green Nest is being taken towards a cave at the very far back of the camp. It looks like everything's being taken there. Many people are working to carry plunder. There is a lot that is being brought in, and as you look, you see some of this stuff can't be from just Green Nest. It looks like this has come from a number of other locations as well, and it's all being brought into the camp and taken to the back. Lots of kobolds, lots of initiates working to do that and bring things back.
anything that looks flammable, just for...
All the tents, the carts, the people, yeah.
Excellent. Yep. Okay. And any, last one is, any other entrances or exits to this canyon?
No, just the main one. You look like you could try and climb up the sides, but it's gonna be pretty tricky. It looks like it's difficult to climb.
Anyone... Sorry, one
No,
more thing.
no. This is
One
good. No,
last
this
thing.
is awesome. Ask questions. Yeah.
Anyone that looks like they're selling like potions or, or not selling, but like there's a store of potions or magical sort of stuff, or stockpiled from the raid or anything like that?
There is a stall being manned by a goblin over to the far side of the back, but it looks to be mostly mundane goods, some food, some various weapons and things like that. And the goblin isn't getting much traffic coming through, but he does seem to be running around trying to entice people over to his little shitty stall, which is a wheelbarrow that's been cut in half and turned into this sort of half stall. But he's dressed in really fancy, fine clothes. He's running around. Slick back, greased black hair. Looks like a bit of a used car salesman, but a goblin.
Look at the others and say, do we want to try and get some supplies while we're here? Potentially something... I'm just trying to think of how we'll be able to get your brother out, Azure. Very quietly saying this. We need a name. We need like a code name or something. Anyway, how are we going to get him out? There's only one entrance and exit.
You guys have wings. Can you fly, Azure?
Oh, I could, but it will probably create a bit of a disturbance.
So I will say, Azure, I know his artwork makes him look like he's got wings. Unfortunately, he doesn't have wings. He just looks like a human. There's something he does to make that happen.
Yeah.
Which he hasn't done yet.
Yeah. Saving it.
Serious.
We'll have to disguise him as well and sneak him out. Maybe we should have taken a fifth robe.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if maybe he might have something to make him invisible or something. Maybe. I don't have that spell myself.
I can try and illusion something around him, but he'd have to...
be very still.
Stand still.
And very, very still, yes. So
where is in this map, Owen, are we heading? Sorry, guys, did we say where we were heading?
You guys are headed towards the area marked level 2, towards the southeast. So as you head through the camp, you can see this area is a little bit higher up than the main area that you've come in through. There's a number of nicer tents that look to be a little bit more well made. There's dragon designs on them, and you can see that the pathway of carts wielding loot and holding loot is all being taken towards that cave that's marked number 4, right at the very back corner of the canyon.
Very cool. What do you want?
Yeah,
sure, guys. What's our plan?
Oh, I'm back.
Oh,
Nice. Welcome. We thought you were just in quiet contemplation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
he's just
sounds
having
like
having another thought. He was offline.
That was more like I had to reset my mode and restart my
Oh no! We're having a
That's
lot of
okay.
trouble.
You got away with it.
set time tonight. Well, I'm back. What are we doing?
Thinking of a plan to get to
Thinking of
Zua's
a plan.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
find out what's
currently-
going on in this camp.
Currently, yeah. So I've assumed you guys keep walking while all of this is happening. You're not just sort of stood in the open.
No,
Or
no.
are you just
No,
stood
we're like
walking?
now
Okay.
we're kind of heading towards.
Yeah.
Look like
as,
we have a purpose.
as you guys continue walking, I will bring you across to a map that you guys can actually move your characters on. What do you think?
Oh, cool. Amazing.
Let me just do that now. Here we go. Oops. Where did I drop you guys? Oh, no, that's right. Perfect. All right, you won't be able to see anything yet. I'll just reveal where you guys are, and I'll put some character tokens down for you. So... I may as well reveal the map, to be honest.
Go in.
Here you go.
Let's have a look-see.
That
Oh, I
makes
can't
sense.
look yet.
It makes sense.
That's
You guys are
what's up.
walking around freely. You're not in any threat of danger. You've got time to think through what you're doing. I would say that's very much fair enough. Now, just quickly bring your tokens across. Alrighty. Now, the one thing that's not going to be represented very well on this is how many people there are.
That's
But it's
fair
okay.
enough.
So I'll drop you guys off. You guys are currently right here. Oh, you're huge.
We big giant boys.
No.
Hey, O's.
There you go. All right, perfect.
Cool.
You guys are currently here. So you've just come out of these tents.
Oh yeah. Alright. Should we do a little loop and see what we see? Maybe.
Like out this way, and then come around,
Yeah.
or down this way, and then.
Yeah, in like a anti-clockwise manner.
Yeah.
Or we're
Go
following
for it.
Wiltix. Wiltix has got the scent.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
Wiltix
Yeah.
has the scent. I was
Yeah.
gonna wait until you remembered.
I remembered eventually.
Very nice, good man. Perfect. Okay, Wiltix. Yeah, you can easily lead them. This red dotted line takes you down through the tents. That's basically the main pathway that has been carved into this area. As you reach the tents down towards the south here, you can see that you can sense that the scent travels off towards the southeast even more, almost towards the cave where currently the loot is all being taken. As you approach this area, you can see a large tent that is guarded by a number of guard drakes and very, very competent-looking fighters that are surrounding this tent and keeping an eye on anyone who comes close. And as one of the carts that's walking towards this cave gets a little bit too close to the tent, one of these guards reaches out and lowers his sword and holds it against the throat of this individual. Halt! What's your business? I'm sorry, I was just taking stuff to the cave. I'm sorry. Back away from the tent, mate. That's better. And the guard holds the sword very, very close until he moves back and away and towards the cave. Two large wooden doors block off the cave, and they're only opened for brief seconds as people bring in more of the loot. But what catches your eye is over towards a cluster of tents. Hidden just at the back here, you see a number of stakes, and tied to one of these stakes with his hands chained is someone that you recognize, Azure.
Oh, I've
shit.
Be cool.
Oh.
Be cool. Don't give.
We've seen him.
Azure, don't give yourself away. Don't let him see you either.
He's smart enough that if he did recognize me, he wouldn't make a scene. He doesn't look good, though.
You see a man dressed in a white tunic with a large leather belt strapped around his waist, short crop beard, shoulder-length dark hair that's been cut and scarred. There are a number of cuts and bruises across his body. You recognize this as Leosin. The image that I've just shown to you all of the clawed figure holding a knife against him, he's currently by himself. Leosin is currently by himself with one or two other prisoners tied to these stakes next to him. The other two don't look to be moving, and neither does Leosin. He seems very still tied to this stake. And that's what you see.
It's just to find a way to get him off this stake and out of trouble. Anyone got any ideas?
Well, he's inside of that tent, so I think we need to be careful.
Inside the tent.
No, I'll bring you down to the area.
Inside.
In sight of the tent. Yeah.
Yep.
Shall we be bold again and see what their plans are for him?
What time of day is it, Owen?
It's currently afternoon, heading into evening, so darkness is just beginning to fall across the area. As the shadow from the large dip in the canyon is blocking out the sun above as it sets below the horizon. So it's probably like 4:30.
Well, friends, we'll have the darkness soon to help us sort of pull him away from the camp. That could definitely help us sneaky maneuvers at night.
Oh, definitely. He looked like he was going to make it. He was looking in bad shape, wasn't he?
He looks, looks not looking great from the distance you guys are currently at, which is about 80, 90 feet.
Well, we're going to be careful. We can't do anything too rash, even as much as I would like to.
Okay. Should we scope out the back of the tents that he's near? If there's anywhere for us to sneak over to him? Not now, obviously, but do some reconnaissance work.
Yeah, you can just see from where you guys are that you could head around the back of these tents. Most of the tents are facing forwards towards the center of the camp. If you wanted to head around the back, you probably wouldn't have too much trouble. It looks like these tents are for guards and prisoners. From the looks of things, there are a number of chained people coming and going from these tents, wielding pickaxes and hammers, which are being sent on work duty to go and smash rocks to expand the area. Some are being brought back. The guards at this point, doesn't seem to be too much effort being put into guarding. They're pretty lazy.
Well, I'm definitely not the sneakiest guy around. So this might not be my expertise. As I look towards the more dexterous members.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to try and sneak over, but I feel like we're going to need a distraction of some sort, even if it is night.
I was just thinking the same thing.
If there's someone in those tents, we could sneak in, dispatch of the person quietly, and then wait till night, sneak in back into the tent, and then while chaos reigns in the camp, we make our escape.
It's only going to get more rowdier from here, isn't it?
You know us.
Mercenaries on ale, so
that's right.
Right.
So we'll just get more and more rowdy.
Well, maybe we can encourage that situation. Emeric, maybe a bit of a rowdy night with the boys might not go astray. If they're all intoxicated.
That's the best idea you've ever had, Bookworm.
Usually I would not encourage drinking on the job, but it could distract them, inebriate them.
We'll definitely need to be a bit loud though, eh?
Maybe while you're being intoxicated, you could spread a few fires through the mercenary tents.
Oh, I will. With pleasure.
Well, I'll make my way over to the tavern then. I'll get stuck in, eh?
Don't
And
get
then
too...
maybe we'll do a little bit of a reconnaissance around these tents.
Look, I won't get too rowdy, but I'll definitely be making a lot of noise, a lot of scenes.
Maybe... I'm just thinking of where we should, if we are going to set things on fire, where that should be. We don't want it anywhere near our escape route.
Well,
Maybe these ones?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might head over that way.
Maybe these ones?
Yeah. I'll leave that to you then. You set the fires. I'll create distractions and scenes over at the tavern. And you sneaky boys, or you find out a way to help our little friend there.
Well, might have to commandeer a cart or something to put him. He probably can't walk himself out of here.
Does anyone have a healing potion?
Quickly, Owen. I look around in. Sorry, I look around in the So where are we? Like over here at the moment. That's where the guy is.
Just here.
So over here, do these look like they can actually be scaled? Is that actually him there?
That is, yeah.
Do these look like they could be like?
It's going to be difficult, but yeah, you think you might be able to give it a go. It's going to be very difficult. Like climbing tools would really help with that, climbers equipment, but it's going to be very tricky otherwise. But possible.
Because last session I bought a grappling hook and pittons.
Well, that's fantastic. That's going to come in handy.
I'll look at I'll go over to Azure. I'll walk over. Look, you might need these, you might not, but it's always better to be prepared. So I've got a little few things for you if you need them. And I offer him the grappling hook and the pittons.
A grappling hook, yes. Fantastic, thank you.
And these pittons, they can be used as footfalls and stuff, or handholds. You can keep moving them up. See you go.
Thank you. Good luck making mayhem.
Oh, it's gonna be good fun. You'll need a hammer as well for the pittance. So I'll give you a hammer as well. But I expect that stuff back when you're done.
Yes, alright. Look, if all goes well, you'll have them back.
Look, I've got the hardest job here, so I'm gonna get scooting along and I'll start getting stuck in. Gonna be tough.
How long do you need, do you think? Shall we wait for a signal?
It's gonna be a few hours. It's gonna be an hour or two for sure. I definitely think do a bit of reconnaissance, a bit of scoping out, wait till nightfall, and then I'll really start. Once it gets a bit dark, I'll definitely start kicking up the festivities. But yeah, it's up to you guys. Maybe one of you guys, once you've jettisoned the prisoner. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Where should we meet?
Far away from here as possible. We have to get out. Back at the other camp? Back at the gorge?
Where we hid the bodies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so if we meet at the entrance to the camp and then head off from there. You don't think we should try and get into their secret cave?
I particularly want to see what's down there, although...
Well, part of me was hoping to hide in a cart.
Look,
That's still not a bad idea.
If you guys can get into the cave, by all means, give it a go. But
the other
it's
thing
up to you
is,
guys.
we need to keep a lookout for those items that we promised that priest.
Exactly.
Might have a quick look around for that while we're waiting.
Ah, yes. Forgot about the priest's weapons.
Azure, we're being paid good money for this.
I have one mission. That's to get my friend back. All else.
boys, everyone, when I sing a certain song, when I start getting the tavern rolling with a certain song, once you hear it, I think that might be the best time to start going along. And we'll do the I don't know, we'll do the song from Lord of the Rings where they do like the Green Dragon song.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll do that, but just like we'll like modify it, obviously.
Alrighty. So, Emeric, you're over with the mercenaries doing the Green Dragon song, but your version of it.
Well, like I'll be going over there now and just sort of causing a bit of mischief and mayhem, trying to really cause a bit of a ruckus, get everyone really drunk and really in a bit of a rowdy mood. So then
they're already in that mood. They're already there. So if you wanted to sing like a very well-known mercenary song, I mean they're already rowdy, they're already drunk. If you wanted to do a performance, sing a song that they are likely to know, you absolutely can do that. Do you want to make me a performance check with advantage?
Alright, so I'll walk in. I'll just paint the scene for everyone at home. So Emeric will walk in. He'll join a table and he'll start sort of getting involved in some card games, dice games, whatever, and sort of familiarizing himself with everyone. And then as the night goes on and everyone's getting more and more rowdy, he'll start singing a few tunes, trying to get everyone rolling up and stuff like that, and really make noise. You'll hear off in the distance, you get your fancy ales, you drink them by the flagon. But then,
the classic,
And they just and that's all you hear, and you hear stomping, and everyone's sort of really getting into it. It's like a classic like Merc song. And he's like gesturing for everyone to be. I'll do a performance check.
Yeah, with advantage, because you've done such a great job describing this. I love it.
We'll go with the 18.
Yes, I think you might.
So I'm really getting everyone involved. I'm like, come on, guys. Come on, I know you can fucking shout louder than that, you filthy bunch.
Play Ya Ya Ding Dong! Play Ya Ya Ding Dong! Play Ya Ya Ding Dong!
You are immediately met. You're immediately met with a massive positive response from the other mercenaries, and very quickly there's a tribe. And they're joining in and singing, "For the only ale that's brave and true comes from the great dragon." Really getting into it. You you think you've done a really, really good job distracting them. A number of the other people who are not associated with the mercenaries or cultists come over and start celebrating. A number of kobolds are sort of trying to come in around the edges before they're being shooed away by the other cultists and mercenaries. Doesn't seem like the cultists particularly like the kobolds. But yeah, it looks like after only about an hour and a half, you've got a large group of people all around drinking, celebrating. There's a lot of calls of "Praise Tiamat! Yeah! For the Horde!"
In that
few
time,
kobolds going, "For the Horde!" For the Horde! There it is.
For the Horde, yeah.
For the Overlord! What are you doing, Mira?
I was just going to say, I'm looking around for those objects. I'll just pick up like a random broom and just start sweeping around, but I'm looking out for those things that Father, what was his name? Jacob? Yeah. Mentioned. His relics.
Yeah,
His
so
helmet and stuff.
as you look around, there's anything of significant value seems to be being taken to that cave.
Did we want? Is there a steady stream of carts going into the?
Yeah, I'd say fairly steady. So every sort of 5-10 minutes, it looks like they're being, so the carts as they come into camp are being taken to various points. It's being searched through. Stuff's being separated out. So anything of value is being put back into the carts. Anything that's less valuable, or food and drink, things like that, is being taken out to be eaten, dispensed throughout the camp. Anything of value that's left in the carts are then taken down, inspected again by a group of cultists, along with 2 guard drakes, just near this tent right here towards the cave. And then they're being taken towards the cave by cultists. So it's sort of a mixture of kobolds and cultists who bring it up, and then much higher ranking cultists take the cart after the second inspection and are being taken inside the cave. And their job is literally to take things in the cave, come back out, collect the next thing, take it into the cave. No one is going into this cave that has not already been in or come out.
From where we're standing, can we see into the cave at all?
No, it's the doors literally are open for a second, open inwards. It's very dark inside the cave. You might catch glimpses of a corridor leading downwards before the doors are very quickly closed again.
Does anyone look like they're in charge of this whole operation?
Like
monitoring input and output or anything like that?
There are a number of that tent that is being really heavily guarded, you suspect that whoever's in charge is going to be in that tent.
But like anyone like watching the carts going in and out, or like making notes?
Definitely other cultists again who have that dragon claw symbol, but only 1 or 2 of them. Anyone higher up, no one seems to be around that's sort of higher up. And I should also say there's no sign of that blue dragon Lenathon.
So not even like disturbed
Like
grass or like visual cues to where he could have been?
Oh, I would say that there's cues that he's been here before. So as you have a bit of a look around, you can see an area that is quite clear right in front of the cave where you guys are there, where there are giant claw marks gouged into the earth. But it doesn't look like a lot of time was spent here. Do you want to make me an investigation or a survival check, Azure, just to sort of see what you can figure out from that?
What's the vibe? Oh man, I'm rolling terribly.
10. What I said before, yeah. So it doesn't look like definitely not here now. Maybe has been here very briefly. Not much else you can gather. Stuff was dropped off. Looks like stuff was unloaded here, but not much else.
Okay.
You suspect probably, even with your survival check of 10, you suspect that this is a very small location for a very big dragon to fly in and out of and to be here.
Interesting.
He might have trouble coming and going from this area.
Well, do we want to try and sneak into the cave at all, guys, or are we just going to leave that one alone?
I do kind of want to sneak in.
Yeah.
Well,
but I understand if we can't.
when
What
the
is your-
checkpoint starts, Owen, are they digging through them at the second checkpoint?
Yeah, they are. They're really carefully looking through this stuff.
Okay.
That
So
makes sense.
I can't hide in the car, unfortunately.
Always be bold. I can go up to those guards and just ask if I can have a look through.
Oof. Do you think that'll work?
Might. I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go. Mira will walk up to the guards very confidently, very
Okay.
imperiously.
So which ones are you walking up to? The ones at the
So,
cave?
the ones that are looking through the carts.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. I'll just drop off another one there as well really quickly. Here we go. They all look like Lucius Malfoy. Just for viewers, they're Lucius Malfoy
Oh my god, they really are.
They are. They're Lucius Malfoy with them.
with the dragon mask. Yeah. Perfect. Mira, go on ahead.
So she'll wander up and she'll say to the guards, "Halt! I am Emeric from the Red Heart. I am here to relieve you of your guard duties. Hail Tillamat!"
So you said you're Emeric from the Red Guard. You're here. You're
Red
here
Heart,
to
Red Heart.
Oh
Red
no, you got
Okay.
it wrong.
Oh no, I got it wrong.
No, don't worry about it. So you're
Okay.
Emeric from the Red Heart. You're here
Yeah.
to relieve them from their duties.
Yes.
Hail Tiamat.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to make me persuasion or a persuasion or a deception check with disadvantage for the 3 mistakes you made?
Oh dear. She tried. It was those
Oh.
ballpoint pens. They just really distracted her. Oh,
9.
yeah, it's not too bad.
It's not too
What was the 3 mistakes? Owen?
bad. So the red heart was one of them.
She put the red suns and the green hearts.
And the green
Red
heart
Suns,
together.
The green hearts, yeah.
I don't want to say the other ones because the other ones are a bit spoilery.
Alright.
You'll find
Okay.
out. Don't worry,
Okay.
you'll find out. Yeah. They look towards you, and they just start laughing.
Mira
It's just-
looks really upset. She's like, "Ah, I'm sorry, I'm new. I'm just here to relieve you of your lunch breaks. I'm sorry, And she
One
looks
of
like
the-
she's gonna cry.
One of the cultists goes, "I'm sorry. You're from the Red Heart? You said."
I'm with the mercenaries. I've just signed up. Yes, I'm very new.
Right, because if they had spoken to you, they would have told you that you're absolutely not going to be relieving us for duty. The mercenaries are actually not permitted inside the Horde
Oh.
cave.
Side, I'm just meant to guard this. I meant to guard this. What is this? Carriage? Yes. Sorry, I'm so nervous. I meant to guard this carriage while you go to lunch, and then you come back.
No, you're not. You're definitely not. You're one of the mercenaries. This is
Yes?
the faithful. This area is under guard by the faithful. Please back away. I would hate to have to cut you down.
Okay, sure. Does she see out of the corner of her eye anything that looks like the relics in that cart? Just real quickly. I know it's like a long shot.
The cart they're
Yeah.
currently looking at. Make me a perception check.
Alright.
15. Just having a look, nothing that strikes you as one of the relics, unfortunately.
She'll just kind of back away. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm big fan. I'm working up to it. I'm working up to it though. And she'll just
I'm sure.
slink away.
Alrighty.
She'll come back to these guys and goes, "Oh, that didn't work out very well, but I tried."
And you tried very well.
It looks successful from here.
What are your
Thanks.
three? What are your 3 passive perceptions?
14.
10.
I can't even see one of the sheets. But yeah, not.
What's your wisdom?
+1.
So yeah, it'd be sort of maybe 10.
Oh yeah, 11. Yeah.
11. There you go. Yeah, so 10 or 11. 11 it is. You don't see this. But Azure, you see one of the cultists who's guarding this watches as Mira walks away, and he begins making his way towards this tent here, and he steps inside and disappears from view.
Mira, I think you've been made. I think it's time we
enacted the plan.
I think it's time we moved on for a little while.
I will go.
Starting to get messy.
I'll go up to the tents that we identified for conflagration before, and hide myself behind them.
Yeah, was that down here?
No, that's where I'm going to move down there to try and sneak in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was behind these.
Yeah,
Yep,
I want to see
good.
what's in this one, Owen. But I'm gonna walk down this way, and while I'm back here, out of sight, I'm gonna go into stealth.
Yeah, make me a stealth check. I'm guessing Wiltix, you're
yes,
the same.
thank God.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Oh,
22. Wow. Mira said
wow,
it's dizzy.
everyone's quite
Oh my
fast.
god, you guys are all stealthy. So yeah,
Stealthy.
22 for Azure, 22 for Wiltix, 17 for Mira. So yeah, the two of you, Wiltix and Azure, you just head around the back of the tents. You can see a number of the cultists sort of packing up things, eating food, gathering around a fire pit in the middle of these tents. You just use the shadows to your advantage and move behind, swiftly come over here. Azure, this tent here, as you sort of try to look under and through, looks to be empty at the moment, but it does look like it's an area where prisoners are kept. There are areas for them to be shackled and chained.
And this one?
This is a main larger tent. It looks to be a number of cultists living in here, currently eating food outside.
There's no one in there at the moment.
No one in there at the moment, so these two tents here are empty.
Okay, so should we try and? I suppose we're waiting till dark and hear the song.
Waiting for things to get a bit more rowdy.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And then once I'm like, oh, is he inciting a riot yet? What's going on? Once that kind of gets to a fever pitch with Emeric, I will cast Burning Hands on these tents.
I have some ideas as well to make more distractions in the.
Well, we're waiting. I think we're all waiting for your cue. So.
And
all yours.
darkness.
And darkness, yeah.
Alrighty.
Darkness.
We may not have enough time.
I reckon.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I reckon we will come back for episode 6.
I think that's a good
To-
time.
Oh, the suspense.
Oh,
to see how this goes, because I've got a feeling that we're going to need quite a bit of time to do all
Yes.
this.
it's all gonna go. It's all
I
gonna
think,
fall
um,
apart. It's just. We're just
I think this is
It is a
really,
magical plan that
a
may
really
fail
good
drastically.
spot. However, the last little teaser that I will leave you guys on is Azure and Wiltix spot this. The cultist who walked into the main tent originally emerges, accompanied by a large blue Dragonborn, 7 feet tall,
Fuck.
dressed in huge, large armor, wielding a vicious greatsword, and he steps out and looks around and smiles gently. And I will say, just for the drama of it,
Fuck.
you hear him say under his breath, "Where are you, Mira?"
Oh, no.
Damn it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, it's
that's
so
where we're
good.
going to end for tonight, because a very
Oh.
distinctive-looking Dragonborn walked over to some guards and drew attention to herself.
Too keen. She's
Oh,
way too
no.
keen.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
dear.
Until next time, people.
Oh no.
We are going to have
Oh, fuck.
a lot of fun coming back to that next session. You guys just really love Langdedrosa. Yeah.
No, I don't. No, she doesn't.
You're doing your
hates him.
absolute
Yep.
best to interact with Langdedrosa. Everything you do just leads you back to Langdedrosa.
Oh, shit.
You take the high road, he'll take the low road, and you'll both be with Langdedrosa. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining us for episode 5. I hope you've enjoyed part 1 and part 2. Sorry for the couple of audio glitches and technical difficulties we had for this one. We're going to get those sorted for the next one. Thank you very much. I bear with us. We're still getting all this figured out. Thank you so much, Simon, Andrew, Claire, and Jared. You guys are legends. I love everything you guys do. This has been so much fun. There were some things that I expected, some things I did not expect. I can't wait to see how this plan works out next session. I'm very excited.
I feel like works is a very strong word.
Works out.
I'm so excited to see what happens with this plan. I reckon it's going to be absolutely hilarious and very entertaining. Thank you very much, guys. We will see you next time for episode 6. Holy shit!
Woo!
Oh,
Hell yeah!
Stay safe, everybody. Stay safe.
Take care,
Stay
everyone.
safe. If you're in Melbourne, stay indoors, guys.
Wear a mask.
Wear your mask.
Wear a mask.
And actually, if you're in the US and the UK, do you know what?
Just,
Everywhere.
just the world,
Just
the
stay-
world just needs to stay together,
safe.
man. Just all for one.
Stay safe. Listen to this podcast. Share it with your friends. All right.
Share, like, follow.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Otherwise, Emeric will come
Press
in
the button
in your
here,
night.
here.
Like and prescribe.
And like the stream and the podcast for those nat 20s.
Yeah. Do you know what? If you guys like this and share it with your friends, we're gonna get more nat 20s.
Well, you
True
guys
story.
are too, though. It's what
That
happens as well
works,
for
but-
them.
Yeah. You get that. Yeah, exactly. The nat 20s are shared even more. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. See you later.
All right, see you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.